Hey girl,
Hey.
you played no
I do
games.
not like how this thing got me positioned. I look so crazy. Wait a
Okay,
minute.
fix your stuff. Let me know when you're ready.
Let me get right.
Get right, sis.
Let me get right. I did not even have time to like flat iron my hair, do
Okay.
nothing, child. Just throw up. All right, let's get to it.
All right. Welcome everyone. I'm Kia Nicole, and I will be your host for tonight's live.
Hi, y'all. I'm Chanel Elaine, and I'm the co-host for tonight.
All right. And what are you sipping on before we get started?
Passion fruit drink.
Period. All right. Well, I will sip on some strawberry wine for us, and I got a little watermelon. I just felt like adding the watermelon. I really want to eat it for real. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. But before we do have a storm for all of the Floridians out there. We do have a hurricane that we are all aware of, Hurricane
Yeah.
Milton. So we just want to talk a little bit about hurricane preparations and essentials that you should have, need, or do. So, what do you think are some hurricane essentials?
Some essentials are one, prior to you needing, you do need a battery fan. Outside of having a generator, I feel like that's something that's an essential. Also, I feel like having candles on hand is also
Mm-hmm.
essential. Having a flashlight, having things that you know that you're gonna need. For example, non-perishable foods. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about y'all. Non-perishable food for me is snacks, honey. That is not the food that
Same.
the government sealed up. And
Snacks. That's all I got for you.
I'm
And some
like, that is
bread.
snacks. Them is not and bread, right? Not the little meal spaghetti that's zipped
I
up in
don't
the
eat that
bag.
stuff.
Baby, okay. So those are a few things, just making sure you have things put away. Like if you know there's going to be a flood, elevate your things in your house
Mm-hmm.
to prevent that. Probably getting sandbags to help to keep water out. Securing your windows. Oh my goodness, putting
It's okay.
shutters on there, boarding up the windows, just taking the precautions you need, taping the windows, things that you know that you could potentially save you, from something being catastrophic. So, yeah.
Yeah. Did you say cash? If you
No,
didn't, I'll
but
mention
that
it.
is cash is a
Yeah,
good one
have
to have.
cash in
Yes,
case systems
yes,
go down and
yep.
I mean, you got to make purchases and
Have
they ain't going to be
cash.
like, okay, well,
Oh, wait, I forgot.
come back and pay us tomorrow. Oh, no, no, no.
Right, cash is one, and
Yeah.
gas. Also, gas.
Gas,
Having gas
yes.
on hand. Yep,
And
that's
if you
another
have
one.
like outdoor furniture, just making sure that you move it
Depth it
indoors
up.
or somewhere safe. You don't want it blowing everywhere. And yeah, so that I have a manual can opener as well because I know some people use electric,
Right,
and if you don't have power, then you can't use your electric can
right.
opener. But if you're old school, you know how to open it with a knife. So
hmm
that works too if you know how to safely do it with a knife. I have first aid kit as well
Yep.
in case you need it, first aid kit. And just having an evacuation plan if all those fails and you need to evacuate, just like making sure you know where you're gonna go, how you're gonna get there, and yeah,
All
especially
else
if you're in
failed,
a
baby.
zone.
Doggy paddle.
Oh yeah, another thing, like just having flotation devices. We talked about this earlier, like having flotation devices in case you
Mm-hmm.
gotta float in the doggone water. Floating is better than drowning.
I
So
have to give it to
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Because a lot of us really
Give
don't
it to
know how to
God,
swim.
okay?
We're laughing, but this is a serious matter. And just keep the state of Florida in your prayers, especially the West Coast, because we're gonna need it. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. All right, let's move
Definitely.
into the topics for tonight. So we're gonna
Okay.
get into some fall favorites.
Uh-huh.
So it is fall officially. Like we deep in fall now. So I want to talk about fashion first. So what are some of your favorite fall fashion pieces? It doesn't have to be just clothing, but it includes clothing.
For me, I'm just gonna say the colors. Like something about fall colors, I like the burnt orange, the browns, like the changing of season. That's how you get those like it's autumn, so you get the cute like leaves and all that. It just makes it feel festive for me. But outfit
Mm-hmm.
wise, I feel like accessories are part of it. I love to accessorize, especially during fall. Pants, I feel like they come
Mm-hmm.
out with like the lighter washed pants as well. You could do skirts too, like the
Mm-hmm.
browns, the off browns, the beiges. I like those as well. And then what else I had on this list? One pieces. Like I love me a good little brown one piece suit. One pieces are good as well. And boots. I'll say boots. If I'm in a cold state. If I'm in a warm
Yeah.
state, then it doesn't make sense. Like, but if I'm in a cold state, like I like those cute little booties or thigh high boots. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you could keep those up. So those are my little fall
Yeah,
fashions.
so I have a top 3 to 4 I listed. So I'll start with clothing. So for me, like a 2-piece lounge set. I just love lounge sets,
Uh-huh.
and the fall is the best time to wear those,
Yep.
especially the leggings, the 2-piece legging sets. Love them down. So that's like my number one thing. I wear them year round, but the fall is, for sure a time when you can wear it. Anything brown and orange, I just love during the fall.
Yep.
Those colors they promote heavy during the fall. So
Mm.
I love that. I'm big into sweater dresses as well. I think they're super cute, and Fashion Nova boy, they're gonna push the heck out of some sweater dresses.
Uh-huh. Yes, it is.
Sweater dresses are really cute during the fall and winter as well. And then moving into accessories, like the cute little fluffy purses and the cute little fluffy hats, I think they're super cute during the fall and winter as well. But
I feel like those like you can wear them when I don't know. I feel like those like when it comes to the hats, like the purses, yes, but like the hats and stuff, you can style those. But maybe not when you're in a state that's hot as
yeah,
much.
no, this is ideally for us. This is if we take a trip somewhere that
Okay,
actually have
taking a
real
trip. Okay,
fall.
I was trying to stay on the where we. Okay, I got you. That's why I
Yeah,
said boots. If I'm in a cold state, like I do love to accessories
yeah, because the
boots,
stuff you were
but
listing, I mean, it don't really give that in Florida either. But ideally, for most people who do get a real fall, like those are items they would wear,
yeah,
and those are things that I like. If I'm going to a cold state, I like to style with the things I listed.
right.
So yeah, let's move into fall activities or events. Like, name your top 3 fall events or activities you like to partake in.
Okay, so for fall, I love fall. And I was sitting back just thinking the other day. I'm like, what is my favorite season? You know how they always ask like, what's your favorite season?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, my favorite season has always really been like summer. I feel
Yeah.
like, well, but I have a reason for what I like each one. Like for summer, I like it because I'm able to be outside and do summer activities, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it for the heat. Okay. But then winter, I love to dress up in winter and be somewhere cold. But then I'm like, I don't like that all year round either. So
Yeah.
then I'm like, spring is like, okay, spring is like a little fun. Spring I could do without. But then I'm like, here comes fall. It's like the browns, the beige, I don't know, just the cream. So for me, I like to do things and learn how to do things during fall. So
Mm-hmm.
one, I definitely like DIY projects. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they're fun. You get to mess up on them. You have a good time, especially when you have a kid. So
Mm-hmm.
DIY projects, love it down. I also love to do fall festivals with the hayride. Carving of the pumpkin, painting of the pumpkin,
Yes.
the whole cotton candy, the bounce house, the whole 9 yards. And also I like theme parks. Now I don't go to one every single year, but sometimes I rotate. Like I love to go to theme parks, but they have the whole thing. Like they decorate the whole thing towards fall/Halloween themed. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that, and they that like the people that the workers they're actually dressed up and like they coordinate.
They
They
go
play into these roles really
all
well.
out.
So
Yeah.
right, like those are my main three. So again, that was DIY projects, fall festivals, and also theme parks.
Okay.
Hmm.
For sure. For me, it's pumpkin patches, fall festivals, which sometimes can include pumpkin patches, but some fall festivals don't include it. So that's why I made them 2 separate ones.
I don't
So
think I've ever
pumpkin
been to one
patches,
that hasn't.
huh?
I don't think I've ever been to one that hasn't included it.
I have. So, because down it's a little different down here. So, like sometimes you can go to one that have
They'll do
everything
where
but
it's
a pumpkin patch.
only pumpkins. Oh, okay, okay.
Like I've been to something where literally they had everything but a pumpkin patch. And then usually if I go to a pumpkin patch, they have other things.
Right.
But like if I go to a fall festival, I can go to a fall festival and they have everything but the pumpkin patch. I don't know. It's weird,
Oh,
but yes, I've been to both.
okay. I'm like,
So that's why I separated it. But usually if it's a fall festival, they're gonna have like a
right.
pumpkin
They
patch.
have you get off the
Usually.
little hayride and go
Yeah,
actually to
usually
the
they
pumpkin
have
thing
all
and
of
pick
that.
it. Right. Okay, okay.
But I've been to one that didn't. I was like, "Where's the pumpkin patch?" And
Right.
it was nowhere
Okay,
to be found.
understood. Your budget was a little short.
So
That's
that's why I
understood.
separated it. But usually they're a together thing.
Right.
Um, Also, like you said, painting the pumpkin, carving the pumpkin, which I didn't even know was 2 separate things. I thought when you carve it, you paint it afterwards. But
No,
sometimes you can
you
just
don't
paint the
separately.
pumpkin and not
Yeah.
carve it. So I
Uh-huh.
was like, okay. So yes, painting the pumpkin, I just clumped them together. So painting the pumpkin, carving the pumpkin, and then for fall also like doing trunk or treating or something because Halloween is still during fall. So That's a fall event I enjoy as well. All right, that leads us into Halloween. So, Halloween's like what, a couple weeks away. So, let's talk about some of your favorite classic Halloween movies that you enjoy watching every Halloween.
A few of them. How many did you say after the list?
As many as you want. At least three.
At least three.
But
Okay,
you can do
so
more.
one, I like to watch Twitches because I just feel like I grew up on that.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch Twitches. Halloween Town. I prefer the first one, but it's fine. Both is okay. It's fine. I also,
More.
well, because I have Elena as well, she loved to watch Wednesday, and it's like a thing because that was our character last year was Wednesday, Mama Morticia, baby. So I feel like for her, like anytime it comes around this time, she wants to rewatch the same thing on Netflix over and over. I mean, she'll watch it, it's done, let's watch it again, kind of energy. So I feel like that's now a part of our thing to do, and it's not as scary, I want to say, as the other ones
Yeah, I know.
that I watch. I also have Saw. Like I watch it not every single year, but sometimes I dip and dabble because I want to watch like something scary and make me feel like I'm around the Halloweeny time. But I don't try to consume salt too much though, because there's a whole lot going on. And then basically like anything else that they bring out in theaters or anything they release on Netflix, like anything new, I'll tune
Mm-hmm.
into and watch. But I do try to watch like mm, like Ghostbusters and stuff. And then what are those people? What's the one with the oh my gosh, we would go to this place and watch it. What are they called? The little stick figures that's black and white.
Stick figures, black and white.
Uh-huh. They're on a hill, a family. The Adams family is Wednesday. What are they? They're like
Stick figures.
okay, they maybe not maybe not stick figures, but they're
You
black and
gotta
white,
describe
and they
this a
have
little
on
better.
like they're like on a hill with the house. I can't remember what it is, but they have a movie place like they do every year here where you can go and they have like the same movie. You sit outside, you get a blanket. They have food trucks. You sit down and watch this movie. I'm gonna have to remember what is it, but it's like they're very like they're black and white stick figures. They have on like a little suit and they're a family. Somebody got to know the name. I don't remember the name. I watch it periodically, but
I don't know either.
whatever.
Stick figures. Not ringing a bell. But okay.
Maybe my description stuck, but
it,
somebody
it
know what I'm
probably
talking
do.
about.
It
My
probably do a little bit, but anyway, it's okay. So we said we have some of the same movies,
okay.
but I mean that's to be expected. So we grew up in an era where like Disney Channel had like some of the best Halloween movies, and it wasn't
Right.
too scary.
Uh-huh.
Now back in the day, it seemed a little spooky, but now that I'm an adult, I realize it's not scary at all.
Right.
So Halloween Town 1 and 2, I don't go past 2 because anything past 2 lose me. Like the Halloween Town High, I wasn't a fan. So Halloween Town 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
Hocus Pocus for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
The new Hocus Pocus is actually pretty good, so I think I'm gonna rewatch both the Hocus Pocus, the
Older.
old version, and the new one. The new one, it was given very millennial, like Gen Z. It
Mm-hmm.
was just very like internet driven, like you could tell, like it was technology driven. I'm gonna
Right.
say, but it was a nice spin on it. So I'm gonna watch both of those this Halloween. Twitches, of course, like you stated, can't Twitches 1 and 2. Can't go Halloween without watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I like the Michael Myers Halloween movies. Those are pretty good. So, and there's like 1,000 of them, so I can start wherever. So yeah, those are mine. Harry Potter's a good movie to watch on
Yep.
Halloween and during the fall, like period. Like even when
I
Halloween
random
over.
like it doesn't have to be fall. Like I randomly
Oh no,
watch that and I got
I'm
already like
random.
into it. Yeah, like I'll just get on TV and I'm like, I don't know. I also watch like things that I'm in the mood for. Like
Yeah.
if I'm sitting down and I'm just like, ooh, like I could watch something long or I want to like something that's gonna take up my time. I'm like, ooh, I could watch a series of this. I know I could pause and come back,
Hmm.
or I watch like a movie that's just gonna be quick and 1, 2 and be done. So it just depends on the mood that I'm in. That's something like every year it's not necessarily the same, but there are a few, like you said, the Disney movies I rewatch for sure.
Hmm.
But some years I'm like, let me see what else is new.
Yeah.
Like I switch it up
Yeah.
sometimes. Depends. Yeah.
Like I know that like Don't Look Under the Bed was one. My mom went on a date with a vampire. Like that was one.
Yeah.
That one I actually enjoyed that one. That was a good little movie. But yeah, I noticed that on Max, because that's where all the Harry Potter movies are too. they push it a lot during this time of year. I've been noticed the pattern. So I know that they know that people, they crave those movies, I
Yeah.
guess, around this time of year. And I'm like that. Like, I don't just watch it randomly, but during this time of year, for some reason, I'm in the mood to watch it. So
Right.
I don't know. Harry Potter just, to me, is like, it syncs with, Halloween and
It
fall.
makes sense. It's giving like when you're in home, you're cozied up, drinking some
Uh-huh.
milk or something, and you watch Harry Potter. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
one thing
so.
with me, when I start to watch it, it's like I don't want to take a break. Like I want to go to the next one, the next one, next one. But who's
Yeah.
gonna sit? I mean, he got a lot of things going on. He got a
And they're so
so
long.
yeah, very
I
long.
end up stopping
And
after
so
like 4 and struggling to power past like 4 or 5.
uh-huh. Mhm.
That be me.
I take a break and come back, and then sometimes I'm sitting here like, what happened the last episode? I'm like, let me go back to the last movie. I'm like, oh my god,
Man,
like I don't
the
watched it
first few
before.
movies though were really good.
Yeah.
We're gonna move into the this or that portion. So I have 4. 2 of them are fall related. 2 of them are Halloween. So we'll
Okay.
start with the fall. Do you prefer the month of October or November?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And that's a hard one.
god. I would say I like the intro of October because it's bringing in the fall. You see the
Mm-hmm.
transition of everything. I like that for October, but then I'm like November. I feel like that's at the end though. But I like that because of like it's more like family oriented. I want to say
In
like
November?
October is too. But I feel like November is more homey. Like, you're going to be at home. You're going to be spending time with family. You're going to sit down. That's really when you get into the movies. You're going to get into Thanksgiving. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like that's the perfect month, too, to, like, travel. I don't know what it is. 'Cause you're in between, like, that fall to winter kind of
Mm-hmm.
month. So I feel like the start of October I like, but I do like November a little bit more, I'll say.
November, best sense, good weather, sometimes closer to Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. I will say November has like a little bit more going on to
Yeah.
the month. It's like one is the month before the last month of the year. You're getting like the great deals and sales for
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You have Thanksgiving where you can eat good and, like you say, fellowship with your family.
Uh-huh. Yup.
And you can definitely, I feel like November is definitely a great travel month. Like
It is.
you can escape the December rates, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
A little bit.
And also it may not be too heavy of like a traveling month for others. I don't know. But like December is like December, I'm sure it's like a heavy travel month because everybody
Yep.
trying to do New Year's and Christmas and all of that. But anywho, I'm gonna go against the grain and say October only because now that I have a kid, I just love, 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 love. Like you said, one, it introduces fall. I love walking into stores and just seeing how they decorate. The way they do in November, it'd be like, okay, here goes sweet potato pie stuff. Here go your flour. Like they be pushing stuff to cook.
Right.
But in October, they're pushing all of like the Halloween, I don't know, decorations, and it's just a little more festive for me. So I like October for that reason, and then obviously Halloween. I'm not saying I prefer Halloween over Thanksgiving, but I like the decorations more. I'm gonna just say that a little more spooky and festive. I forgot all about shopping. Yeah, girl, November is definitely a good month for shopping. So there's that. All right, moving into the next one. Hayride or corn maze? Which do you prefer? Ride
I
or corn?
mean, that's kind of hard because the one I go to literally put you on the hayride and go through the maze. So it's kind of like, I,
Okay, would you rather hop on the thing and let's say it doesn't take
I
you through the
hop on it
maze.
and it drives literally
Let's
through the
say
maze.
it doesn't take you through the thing. Hayride or walk through a corn maze.
Okay, so let me see. I did both, and best believe I got lost every chance I got in a goddamn maze. So let me see. I like the hayride because they take me from point to point. They do stop and let you get off and get a pumpkin and do all the extra stuff. So I do like that because it's a little bit quicker. But I like the fun of the maze. I just don't like getting lost. And it's like usually again it's October, so it's always raining. The ground is always wet, and
Yeah.
I just don't like the feel of like my feet getting wet. Just oh my god, wait a minute. So let me think, because now I'm like, I like hair rise. I like hair rise because it's quicker, but I would like a maze better. I've done both, and I like the maze. On like I said, I do get lost, but I like the fun of it. It's just like okay, I've been seeing other people like, hold on, you lost too? Come on, let's just figure this out. So it's like a real life maze. So I love that for me. I'm not doing it at night. Don't ask me
Yeah, no,
to. I do it
not
in
at
the
nighttime.
daytime.
It's giving
But
children of the corn.
Hello, I'm gonna do in the daytime when I can see where I'm going. If I need help, I'm gonna call. But
Hmm.
other than that, I prefer the maze. I say the maze. I like both
Yeah.
though, but I prefer the
I've
maze.
never done a maze. I've only done hay rides. So I would say maze because I want to do one. So
If you did a maze, you would have. It's fun when you go with like other people or
a
you go
group of
with your
people.
kids,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
group of people. It's fun. And then I'm like, I don't know. They give you clues. Like for us, they were just kind of like, oh, enter here and exit over there. And I was like, well, what the heck? And when you got halfway through, there was an actual like map, and you had to figure out where you were to keep going.
Mm.
So at one point in time, I was like, I'm about to turn back and come in how I came in because I can't figure out the end. So that's the only thing I don't like is getting lost. But if it's organized right, I like it. It's fun. If the kids
Uh
have
huh.
fun, they be running. They be like, okay, let me see where to go next.
Right.
So I
They're
prefer
not gonna
that.
panic how we are as adults. I feel like we'll panic
Children
because
of
we
the
feel like
car is
we.
insane.
Yeah, they just live in the kids will live in a
Yep.
moment, and no matter if they get lost 10 times trying to exit, they just go and like laugh about it and keep trying.
Uh
We
huh.
need to take the page out of their book.
Yep.
Yeah, I would love to do a maze, but like you said, I need to go with somebody who, because I'm a little. I can see myself getting lost a few times.
But it's fun though. It's not lost to
Yeah,
where you're panicking like, oh my god, I'm gonna be stuck here for hours. But it's fun like, dang, let me go back to the other point. And then you know how sometimes they split off in two different ways. You're like, dang,
yeah,
this is a dead end. Let me go back and like reroute. Like it's fun that way. But it's like you're trying to complete it as quick as you can. You don't really get like a prize or nothing. But it's just the fun
yeah,
of
yeah.
going
Yeah. It's
from
the
one
fun
side
of
to
it.
the next. So
And maybe the point is to get lost a little bit. Like, what's the fun of like immediately being able to exit?
right,
There's no fun
right.
in that. So that probably
Get
is the
lost
point
every
too.
time, baby. I ain't never made it out without.
Well, they did a good job setting up the maze then. All right, next one, sour. We're moving into Halloween one. So sour candy or chocolate candy?
Oh, baby,
Which were you
sour
more
candy.
excited
Sour.
about?
I don't like chocolate like that. I eat chocolate if I have to, but anything sour, that's me all day.
I already knew your
Uh
answer, but yeah.
huh.
I'm not a huge fan of sour. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why this is tricky for me. The only chocolate candy I eat is Reese's. So by
Reese's.
default, I
Huh.
have to say
I
chocolate
was
because
gonna say, baby, just go ahead and take that Reese's, cause that's all you like.
that's all
Damn
I
near.
eat. But like, I don't mess with the other chocolate. So it's like only because Reese's is a chocolate, I have to say chocolate. But other than that, if it wasn't for Reese's, I would just say the sour candy. I'm not a huge sour candy fan, but that I would go towards that before I pick up the
Now,
Milky Way and Snickers and Twix. I don't mind the Twix here and there,
yeah,
but it's not something I crave. Like I'm not gonna go towards
I
that.
like dark chocolate, the
I
one that's
love
healthy for your heart.
dark
I
chocolate.
love that. Like that, I could eat, but I won't pick that over sour. Sorry, I
I
definitely
like
won't.
the what is the dark chocolate? The Mounds. I love Mounds. I like almond joy too,
I
but
don't
without
like
the
it.
almond.
I get them for Halloween, and then the first I give away. I did not like
What?
them as a kid. Them
The
almond
almond
joys.
joy or the Mounds?
I did not like that growing up. Still don't. I don't like that. I'm like the ones I like is the dark chocolate and the little ball thing. It's like dark chocolate on the inside and it's like dark berry on the outside. They have it in the stores. That's my thing. I love it. It's a little expensive, but so good. I sit there and eat all
Oh,
that. It's like blueberry. I
okay.
don't
So
know
it
what
has like a
the name
filling
of it.
inside, and
Yeah,
it's like what raspberry or
it's
something.
like blueberry, and then the outside is
I know what
dark
you're talking
chocolate.
about. Yeah. If I'm gonna do dark chocolate, it needs to just be dark chocolate through and
Right.
through. I don't need no.
Look
I
like
don't need no fruit.
yeah, almond joy for
I'm just
that's
for
what I'm
elderly
saying.
taste, but
I'm like, who likes almond joy?
almond joy is good without the almonds though. Like I need the almonds. This is how I eat an almond joy. I put it in my mouth. I melt away the chocolate from around the almond, and then I take the
Insane,
almond out.
insane.
The
I
only
don't like it
healthy
at all.
part I take out. The almond is the healthy part, and I take that out. I don't like almonds. Like I don't know, unless they
I
cut up
don't
real
like
fine
throw
and
the
small.
whole candy away, the whole
But that's why
thing.
I like Mounds. Mounds is dark chocolate. It doesn't have an almond in it, and
I don't
it's
know if
good. It's dark
I like
chocolate and
that
coconut.
either. Mm-mm.
Mounds is great.
We need to get
And it
something
says
like a little
sour.
Twix. We could do a little Twix, a
This
little
is okay.
Kit Kat. That's
Kit
my
Kat is
stuff.
okay. That's
Uh huh.
literally it. Kit
With
Kat,
some
Twix, and
Snickers.
Reese's. Snickers, I don't mess with, but I love the Snickers ice cream. That's crazy. I don't like Snickers, but I love the ice cream. The ice cream is so good.
Because you're an ice cream person to begin with, so I feel like even if the flavor was something else, you was gonna like it because you're an ice cream person.
Yeah, but I'm a picky ice cream person. I don't eat a lot of flavors, like a variety of flavors though. When it comes to ice cream, I stick to literally the 2 to 3 that I may like. Yes, I'm with Chanel, Twix, Kit Kat, etc. Yeah,
Right.
Twix.
I'm
I
like,
agree. Twix, Kit Kat, and then Reese's.
no,
Them are
you can
3.
hold a Reese's. Peanut butter and chocolate do not go together.
Peanut butter and chocolate go together
They
real
do
bad.
not go together real bad. Chocolate go to chocolate and peanut butter go to peanut
No,
butter. Y'all, it for
peanut butter
me,
and
I could
chocolate.
not do Reese's. The chocolate is already rich. The peanut butter is rich, and when I eat it, it just does not mix well in my throat. My throat say no. It's too rich
Something's
of a
wrong with your
chocolate.
throat.
It's
Well,
too rich of a chocolate. It's too rich.
no, it's
I
not.
don't
It's
go
milk.
maybe because I don't like peanut butter by itself to begin with, and then I don't like milk chocolate to begin with. So then when it's like you're putting two things I already don't like together, so then for me it's overwhelming.
Well,
It's
then they have white
overwhelming.
chocolate Reese's. You like white
Um,
chocolate, don't you?
I tried that and I don't think I ate it after that.
I don't like my white
No,
chocolate Reese's
I
either.
like white chocolate
Um,
though, but it just
they
depends
have
on
dark
what.
chocolate Reese's. You may like. That's good though. The
Yeah,
dark
I don't
chocolate
want
Reese's.
nothing that has peanut butter and chocolate together. Okay? All right.
All right, something wrong with your throat because chocolate and peanut butter go together. And it said, I love. Oh, jeez, I can't read.
I'm stuttering too, child. I'm about ready to go.
We only got one more. I love a refrigerated Reese's. Yeah, refrigerated Reese's is really,
No,
really good. Me
I
too.
like a refrigerator Twix, a refrigerator Kit Kat. You could keep the Reese. I like
Bro,
everything but
you
what
sleep
y'all
on
saying.
Reese's and no Reese's Slender, I'm allowing. So next, because
I
we're not
don't
gonna talk
understand.
not too
I'm gonna
much
need
on
some
Reese's.
anti Reese's
They need
either
to
up in here.
sponsor me because I love them so much.
Yeah, they need
Like
to. I
I
vouch
want
for
to be
you.
a Reese's.
That's insane.
I
That's
bet Reese's ain't gotta worry about a hurricane. They're gonna be on them shelves regardless.
insane. It's
All
freaking
right.
insane.
Whew. Okay, last one.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather attend a Halloween party or stay in and just watch like Halloween movies, like a marathon of Halloween movies? And you
I
can
feel
have
like
candy, popcorn, or whatever. Like it could be a whole little thing.
um uh I don't know. I think I've done maybe like one or two like costume type parties. But then it's like, on Halloween night they always say don't go out 'cause bad things just be happening
Yeah.
most of the time. So I'm like,
But
I
some Halloween
prefer.
parties be like the weekend of. It don't be the day of. So like you could go like before
Yeah,
Halloween.
but either way it's still celebrating Halloween. So
Well, that ain't the
regardless
point.
of
The point is which one you rather
regardless of
do.
the date or the time, like I don't know. I've done a few and it's okay. But I would prefer if I'm doing it with my kid, I prefer to stay in and do the whole movies, popcorn, the whole candy, and do all that, and like or go out and do like a movie night like that. I'd rather that. But I'm like a costume party, I don't mind, but I feel like I'll pick in to stay in before I do the costume. I don't know. Just depends on how I'm feeling that year.
What about Satan? I've been sipping and all I heard was Satan. I'm like, what?
Nobody said anything about Satan, so you sipping a little
Oh,
too hard.
dang. I'm like, Satan, what he got to do? Okay, anyway, I am submit. Oh my gosh, it has gotten to me. I'm feeling woozy. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Chanel.
you gotta get off this line. You're embarrassing me, and we got to go. If you need me to hang up for
Okay,
you, I
let me
will.
answer. Okay, so you would stay in, right, and just
I
do like a movie
said
marathon with
I
your
would
kids.
prefer to stay in if I'm doing something when it comes to like my kid, like a popcorn movie night,
But if it has
candy
nothing to do
food.
with your kids,
And if it has nothing to do with my kid, then I'll do the costume party. But I would prefer. It just
depends on
depends.
how
Like
you
I said, if it's like
feel.
right, it depends on how I feel. Like one year I wouldn't mind doing this or doing that, but I'm like to dress up and to go celebrate something that is technically demonic. It's like I just be feeling some type of way
Yeah,
sometimes.
you feel convicted. Yeah, it's like a limit. Like there's
Yeah,
only
I'm like
so
I'll
much you can
celebrate
do.
certain things about Halloween. I just don't go too far with it.
Yeah. I agree. I don't even know if I've ever been to a Halloween party, to be honest.
We did
Like I
that in
think as a
college,
kid,
girl. What you mean? We
huh?
did that a lot in college.
Halloween parties.
Yeah, I one year I dressed like a toga. The next I was an army fatigue.
Okay, the
We definitely
first year I remember. I don't remember anything
yeah.
past that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was college. In college, you
Yeah,
down
well,
for
after
anything.
college too, but you say you don't remember, so I'm letting you know, like, hey, you
Oh,
did
okay.
go to a few.
So
Like,
college I did. Okay, I stand corrected. College I did Halloween parties. Those were fun, but the adult me never really done Halloween parties.
I think I've
I'm
only
such
done
an introvert, so for me, I would probably choose staying in, watching some movies, have my own candy. I used to do that honestly, year after year after year, just stay and watch movies, go buy my own candy, and be content. But like you said, depending on how I feel, if I felt like dressing in a little costume, nothing scary, sure, but it depends on how I feel, if my social battery is up for it. And like you say, sometimes you be feeling convicted, like, dang, should I, is this taking it too far? So
Right.
I'd be battling with that too. So if I'm, feeling convicted, I would just for sure stay in, because I don't even want to stay here and chancing what if I go out and something happened to me. So
That
anyway.
that has happened. One night, I was coming from like a little Halloween thing. They have this thing over here where they have a guy that literally like decorates his whole house and turns it into a haunted house. Every year it makes the news and everything. This huge thing. But the lines, you have to wait like almost 2 hours to 3 hours to get in. And one night I was getting back, and this is why. That night, I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna go and come back. You got the kids. The kids done fell asleep. I'm like, all right, cool. I got my kid together. Went, came back. Guess what happened? Someone got hit, and this the same night, and it happened right in front of the school. And I'm like, you know what? The whole time I kept doubting. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe I shouldn't go. And I was like, I'm gonna just go. And on the way back, it was somebody that at the time I was aware of, I knew, and it was a teenager at the time. Sped off. The girl dropped her phone. Dad went back to get the phone, and by the time he came up, he got hit. And I was just like, oh my God. So when the whole story came out, I was just like, this is why I stay home. Usually I take my daughter out in the daytime and then come back before the night. I'm like, something's always going wrong on Halloween, and I'm just like, a lot of times things, just very demonic spirits and all that
Yeah.
occurs. So I'm just like, I celebrate, but I know my limits. Let's just
Right,
say
right.
that.
You have to know your limits. Yeah,
Right.
I definitely don't advise going to like a whole entire party on the night of Halloween, because people get crazy
Uh-huh.
and it just become a big. They literally start consuming into whatever it is
Yep.
they trying to pretend to be. like
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah.
so yeah, I do believe in evil spirits. So all right, well, that concludes tonight's live. Thank you so much for such great conversation. We said we was gonna hurry up and be off, and baby, it's
I'm,
not. I
I'm
can't.
still about to click that X on you. I'm
It's
like,
9:06. So let me hurry up and do the outro before you click the X. Make sure you guys are following the podcast page, Live and Unfiltered. Make sure you're following both me and Chanel. Follow our YouTube page. The full live will be posted on there later this week. We'll have reels and everything posted on our Instagram page. We will be live on Chanel's page next week, next Tuesday. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Have a
all
great
right, y'all.
night. Y'all stay
Stay
safe.
safe.
Yes. Stay safe. You stay safe too,
I
sis.
will.
And I will catch y'all next week.